Welcome to my channel and let's talk about my February plans. January as usual confirmed that my plans they never can be reached in full size, but I still love to plan. My biggest regret for January is that I hadn't colored my plant picture from fairy tales. I promised that I would color one of my two remaining pictures and it's Snow Queen. But I somehow felt intimidated, or maybe I just wasn't in my very inspired mood. Anyway, in February I will try to do second attempt because I really need to finish this book and I have only two pictures which I still need to color. And of course, in February, usually we color pictures dedicated to love, to couples, and I want to do it, but I also want to color two other themes. First, I want to color something horror, and mostly I think about crook books. You know that recently I accumulated 3 of them, thanks to your wonderful gifts, and I definitely need to color more because so far I did only 2 pictures. That's second theme apart from love and love, couples in love. The third is mythographic books. I already have so many of them and I am so in love with the whole series that I definitely need to speed up my coloring, especially when I looked at the next books which they promised during this year, which will be published probably each 2 months, and they promised another artist. So I'm very interested, very inspired by them, but I need to color more because I color only in Paradise, in Frozen Fantasies, and other books I do love, but I never touch them. Well, so stop talking and let's go to my pile of prepared books. Here I have my crook books, and I decided that if I do something like this one, Beauty and the Beast, I can cover 2 subjects. I can color horror and I can color couples in love. And in Dark Queen and King, honestly, I want to do everything. Gorgeous pictures, and I really appreciate that apart from having male and female portraits, we have also variety of interesting sets of clothes from historical periods inspired by medieval, but also by Egyptian period. So they are different, they are never boring. I just not a fan of paper, of course, but from my recent experience with markers together with pencils, I realized that I actually can color on this paper also. So at least 2 pictures here. Next, for the theme of love, I have another selection of book. I'm sure that I won't be able to color all of them, but at least one I want to select. In Le Jeune Nouveau, I selected not a love couple, but I want to color Lancelot. Of course, Lancelot. It's a knight famous for his love for Queen Guinevere. I don't know if I managed to do them both. Definitely no. I need to be realistic. But Lancelot in his shiny armor, I definitely want to do. I think that it's quite suitable for the theme of love coloring. Another book where I definitely need to color more frequently is Colorless Kingdom. I have 2 volumes. In the first one, I also have lovely picture with couple, but there I have Romeo and Juliet, and honestly, I'm a little bit afraid to start doing it. So far, I did only 1 picture on this paper. It was so by combining polychromasis and Prismacolors, I managed to work on this paper, but I still feel not very confident, so I am afraid to start beautiful Romeo and Juliet, and instead I selected page from the second volume. Here I think that we have maybe a vampire, maybe they are from Venice Carnival, looking at the mask. Anyway, they are beautiful. I love all the details on his and hers costumes, and background it's relatively simple, just those folds of curtains. I definitely can do it. So this will be my choice number one. And I have another unusual choice. I have my fairy tales by Martin Noble, which so far I touched only once. I did this one with 2-color pencils, it's okay, but that's all which I managed to do. So for the love couples, yes, here I found one which I want to do. I think that it's very lovely page. Something is appealing to me. Maybe composition of this one, maybe their faces. I don't know, but I want to do it for a long time already. So maybe it will be a nice moment to do it in February. And mythographic. Recently I acquired habit. I don't know if you can see it. You acquired habit. Anyway, recently I enjoy just taking one of mythographic books, open it on some random page and to start doing it. Well, it's creative way and it helps you to think out of the box. But I decided that maybe a couple of pictures I will select for sure, and all the rest, if I have enough free time, they will be a random choice. So I want to touch Voyage and Magical Airs. In Voyage, I think about this one, lovely page, and I think that it will be a nice start to get used to the style of Joseph Cattenbank. Magical Airs is also by Cattenbank, but somehow for me it's less intimidating comparing to Voyage and Odyssey. And in Magical Airs, I think about this one, very unusual with these pixels. I think that here I can use my markers. I specially selected page where markers or felt pens can be used because I want to practice more with this medium. And another one is this beauty, where I feel something romantic about it. Girl is sitting on the abandoned train, which already is partly covered by tropical trees. Well, I think that it can be a very nice, slightly sad, but at the same time a romantic picture. So I selected this one and I will try to do it. Well, that was about 3 themes which I want to cover in February, but you know that I try to color Kerberosanas each month. I think that again I will be coloring in Mythic World. I want to do also Dinosaur in World Within Worlds, but I am so attached to this one, so I'm not sure that I will be able to switch to another book by Kirby. As soon as I finish my huge spread with Scylla and Charybd, I think about starting one of other 3 spreads. I think that I really have something masochistic in me when I think about Rosanas. So I need to do a choice between this Carpathian Griffon. At least it doesn't have water, because on my 2 previous spreads I had to color huge areas of water. So that's number 1. Number 2 is Guardians of Iceland. It's one of the most beautiful pictures in the book, but it's so intimidating that I'm not sure that I already have strength in me. I tell myself that I can divide it into actually 4 parts and to do it step by step, so maybe I will do it. And the third choice is this War of Giants. Well, this one it's more simplified, but here you need a lot of patience for all those stone columns and also for the huge area of the sky, but it will be fun to color giants themselves. Well, anyway, when I finish my Scylla and Charybd spread, I will select one of these. And I have another tiny pile of books which I will color if I have enough free time and if I want to switch from my first-hand plans. I want to return to Kanoko Yugusa. I somehow skipped her books during previous couple of months, so I missed it. And I want to do something really colorful to distract myself from gray February days. So I selected these tropical flowers and tropical birds. I love to color birds and I am sure that it will be a lot of fun to do this one. I want to return to my the day we finally met. You know that so far I did one good page, one ruined page, and couple of half page which were easy to color. And finally I think that I am ready for the full size page. As usual, here I have my bookmark. I think that this one could be quite easy. I really love her dress and I want to color poppies. That's probably I selected this one. Well, we will see. Maybe at least I can do this smaller page on the left, smaller picture on the left. And I really want to start coloring in the book by I always forget how to pronounce Mitsu Sato Livre. And here I selected page in Japanese style because I enjoyed doing tiny girl in kimono in January, so I decided to select another girl in kimono but in slightly bigger size here. So all those beautiful peonies, they are so traditional, and I think that I can look at original Chinese or Japanese paintings, which colors they combine for peony painting, and then I can do girl. The only question here is how to fill in the background, but I think that if I do frame here, it will be enough just to add a little bit of background around flowers, and the left side I can leave with empty background because the right is already very detailed. So that's my approximate plans for February. I know that it's a good thing if I manage to do at least maybe 1/3 of them, but still, wish me luck. It can be wishful thinking, but I always hope in the beginning of the month that in the end I will show you my finished pictures and I will tell, oh, I fulfilled all my plans. Anyway, for me it's helpful to plan and it's a lot of fun to look at my books and to remember how many beautiful pictures I still need to color. Thank you, and I will see you very soon.